The life-changing benefits of journaling for dyslexics. What is journaling? The general definition of journaling revolves around keeping a diary or journal that explores thoughts, feelings and events in life, but for our purposes the term journaling is going to include note-taking, which is recommended by the most famous dyslexic Richard Branson, but really journaling for us is going to include all forms of writing. This is why I like to call it scribing. I learned to read in my mid-20s. To put it simply, my literacy development was literally a roller coaster ride. In the early years, my basic reading and writing skills would turn on and off like a light bulb. Even though family and school tried, nobody around me could help. In my later years, I learned that there was a natural process of learning and forgetting, called the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. This is where journal scribing comes into the picture. Regular reading and writing helps us to keep ahead of the forgetting curve. Journal writing, when it becomes a ritual for transformation, is not only life-changing but life-expanding. Jen Williamson. Don't underestimate the full impact of Jen Williamson's statement. When journaling becomes a ritual, the habit of journaling is an essential vehicle for life-changing transformations for people in general, but this is especially true for dyslexic readers young and old, benefiting literacy and so much more, and my story shows this. On my literacy journey from severe dyslexic to blogger and author, I done everything. I had a tutor from about 8 years old to 16. I had extra English literacy lessons on Saturday mornings. I had phonics and whole language lessons, but there was something missing, something that would turn this roller coaster ride into a train ride. I needed to turn phonic theory into experience. I needed to overcome the forgetting curve. I didn't know it at the time, but I needed regularity. I needed a catalyst to bring it all together. The catalyst was daily journaling or scribing. What is a catalyst? A catalyst is a substance that increases a reaction rate. In this case, we are talking about the rate of learning to read and write. Turning phonic theory into daily practical experience. After years of trying to crack the literacy code, journaling was literally the catalyst that brought all my previous learnings in phonics and even whole language together and allowed me to practically put into action what I was taught. The benefits have been incalculable. This is the positive influence of the Matthews effect. Brain Principle 4. All my learnings from my journaling experiences became Brain Principle 4. The principle of scribing and self-directed learning. Exercising and refining phonologic awareness and fine detailed visual memory, by way of journaling, note-taking and reading texts that are of personal interest. A daily journal is a great place to find words to correct. The journal will be full of the most common mistakes. This means the journal becomes a source of learning. Catalytic benefits of journaling for dyslexics. Improves concentration and attention. Improves memory of words and spelling. Relaxation, improves reading and writing readiness. Enhance self-esteem associated with literacy. Improves motor skills for writing, penmanship. Improves short and long-term memory. Sequencing information improves the ability to organize thoughts. Journaling, the art of the scribe for dyslexics. Here's some ideas to get started. Write down thoughts and ideas. Writing about what you're watching online or on TV. Transcribing dialogue from a YouTube video, a show, cartoon, movie. Generally writing about whatever. Important, remember, the idea is not about correct spelling. The spelling and writing can be refined and corrected later. The goal is to create a literate lifestyle. A literate lifestyle is built upon literacy habits. Each time the pen hits paper or fingers hit keys on a keyboard, with each spelling and correction of words, with each journaling session, small but accumulative changes take place in the brain. These changes compound and grow over time, which result in a transformation of the brain and skills. Blogging journaling. A blog can be an even greater platform for self-expression and growth in literacy than standard journal writing. The content of the blog can be focused on hobbies and interests. Blogging can be a multimedia hobby, using text, pictures, images, audio and video, which can be linked to other interesting bits of information on the internet. Blogging benefits the development of reading and spelling skills, as well as vocabulary and technical skills. Blogging is a doorway into a greater world of online literacy, which involves reading other blogs and websites, developing research skills, note-taking, writing, commenting, and creating content. Blogging for kids. Here's a list from schoolrun.com of some of the key things students can gain from personal blogs. A blog can help children to develop confidence. A blog can improve their self-expression. Children get a real sense of fulfillment from publishing their work. A blog can help children to forge multicultural links. Reading and writing skills can be improved over time. Children become more independent and creative. Children can feel empowered by the knowledge that others know their views on a topic. Check out theschoolrun.com/benefits-blogging-your-child for online safety instructions. Lessons from Sir Richard Branson: The importance of taking notes. Note-taking benefits reading, writing and spelling skills in so many ways, but it can also have practical everyday benefits too. Sir Richard Branson, the billionaire founder of Virgin Group and the world's most famous dyslexic, shares some interesting advice about note-taking in his book The Virgin Way. Branson says note-taking is one of the most powerful tools he has in his bag of business tricks, and he carries a notebook with him everywhere he goes. He says note-taking is a wonderful developmental habit which everyone can greatly benefit from. Note-taking is a habit Branson developed growing up as a dyslexic, or a global thinker as I call it. He says that the habit of taking notes has come in handy in management, negotiation, and even legal situations. He has even submitted notes as evidence in lawsuits. He says a typical situation would be when someone says, "Well, Richard, as I recall when we last spoke in early March, we agreed to get a draft proposal to you by the end of April," and they are totally discombobulated by a response of, "Well, no, at least not according to my notes of our last conversation. At 3:15 p.m. on the 7th of February you promised you were going to have the complete business plan to us by the 31st of March at the latest." Nailed. Branson prefers putting pen to paper rather than typing on a keyboard because a sheet of paper doesn't have so many distractions to divert his attention. He also uses notes for his own amusement, making notes of funny things. He says, "I can't tell you where I'd be if I hadn't had a pen on hand to write down my ideas and other people's." He says, "As soon as ideas come to me they get written down." Branson says that some of Virgin's most successful companies have been born from random moments. If he hadn't had opened his notebook then they might never have happened. He writes, "No matter how big, small, simple or complex an idea is, get it in writing. But don't just take notes for the sake of taking notes, go through your ideas and turn them into actionable and measurable goals. If you don't write your ideas down, the ideas could leave your head before you even leave the room. It's not about how you write, it's about what you write." Other than the fact that note-taking benefits writing, spelling and memory skills, Branson shows that content is king over spellings. Here are a few ideas about everyday things students can make notes on. Events, times, dates. Affirmations. Quotes. People's names. Songs. Memories. Remembering items on a desk or in a bag. Street names. Remembering interesting details and facts. Good things that have happened that day. Things to do. So here we go, your job should be clear. Go get a diary and write and refine your work like a scribe. Like and share.